Lick your lips, I'm at the cafe ordering a cup of fresh. Sarah gave me 2, I gave 1 to Rex. He said fools ain't shit, plus fuck the pigs. They can never understand what Sumner is.
Word up, word up. Word up.
I'm off grid, I'm through the gate. I fly these kites into the fray.
Word up, word up. Word up.
I'm out the box, I'm through the bud. I fly these kites into the cut. NorCal fried bacteria, no ID, survived the vivarium. Trisor feel sourdough and heroin. Eat with the chimera, fly with the seraphim. I hold court with the cats and dogs of old cools like an orb in a dragon's claw. And Terry cloth robes outside, detox surly. Curse at a beat cop, Dr. a Slurpee. Adopt no Xerxes, fear no moon man. Stay true like a wolf wearing wolf pants. Ooh, never could avoid himself for long enough to contain or employ his help. And now we look both ways at the asteroid belt. Buzzed, gross and holy gun love. Still hearing X in his head yelling kiss the brink. From a fortune a Fisher King or from assistant care. Blisters in his hair, new day, new diarrhea, disrepair. Soup's on 2-ton, crucifix to bear. No shoes, no shirt, no fiscal year. I said hello to Marshall every morning for 6. He yelled at me every time. That's a warrior bitch. It only took 1 tooth to crack the bug juice to chug. Turn a bum to a sun to a bug. Outside home is an open swim. Occultism and the throes of corrosive wind. A cold meal with a ghost of friends. A whole host of meds. A deal on its own, no cassette. I stepped over a body in the door. I pretend he asleep, but it's probably more. Goddamn, profound apathy, heart with a crack. I'm ships in the night. I'm darts at a map. Word up. Stay tuned for the spooky adventures. You can imagine the stars that align when a forearm starts foreshortening right, or a torso hung on a warping spine in proportion reads as warm and alive. Routine day with a dirt cheap brush, then a week goes by and it goes untouched. Then 2, then 3, then a month, and the rest of your life is up. I left some citizens eager to fall. I left some love to bury alive. I let my means of being dissolved. I let my first to curl up and die. Eating up his innards and unfeasible anxiety is brutally committed to relinquishing his privacy, aligning with the crimes of the anti-Midas. Snap on the back lawn, look up in the sky, it's shapes falling out of the fringe. All heart though we would've made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. And now we're fringe. All heart though we would've made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Just to count your rings.
I'm getting sick and tired of never understanding. Where is the truth you promised?
The kid that worked down at the local Baskin Robbins got a tattoo of a lipstick print attached above his collar. I watched him relocating pistachio to a waffle, thinking I had lost the plot, if not the passion for the novel. He asked me what I wanted, I ordered something daft. He said he liked the tattoo Alex drew me of the bats. Thanks. I like it too, but modestly confess, in present company my coloring is not the main event. Look at that neck. The messages of me to get the guy F's chicks. I spent a lot of years making friends with cool artists, so when they drew me tattoos I could truly feel important. Now some 22-year-old inside a cube of brick and mortar got me questioning my morals in their corny pecking order. I should give a shit less. Cherry, no. Whip, yes. Lot of years. Lot of years. The girl that worked down at the local juice place got a head full of dreadlocks down to her waist. I watched her add the spinach to the ginger to the grapes. My hair was underwhelming, my juice was fucking great. Some lady orders maca, compliments the locks. She asked how many years it took the girl to grow the crop. It took a lot of years and then eventually I cut them, kept them, and reattached them anytime I want them. My mind's fucking blown. Future is amazing, I feel so fucking old. I bet you clone your pets and ride a hoverboard to work. I used a faulty map to find the juice place in the first. These kids are running wild, I'm still recovering from church. You should have seen me in the 90s, I could ollie up a curb. You should have seen me in the 80s, I was bumping New Edition, dragging acne into Hades. Lot of years. Lot of years. Question. If I died in my apartment like a rat in a cage, would the neighbors smell the corpse before the cat ate my face? I used to floss the albatross like daddy came with the chain. I'm trying to jettison the ballast with the hazardous waste. The kid is comfortably numb, routine a tedious crutch. Steep in a self-imposed Stockholm and Lima and flux. Maybe an occupation popular with demons and ducks. Made any mingling akin to being seasoned and stuffed. It's a theater of jumping jellyfish, jealous little sycophants. Miserable and flimsy from the skippies to the pissy pants. Each one separately convinced they're sketching with Da Vinci's hands. Delusion turn a communication a prison camp. You fucking dorks ain't a threat to the cause. There ain't a lesson we can learn from the ostensibly lost. I think it's funny when defendants from identical haunts step out the tempest, the measure of what the spectrum involves. Maybe no one cares. Party over here, I'll be over there. At the root of the scene, it meant a lot to feel the fugitive community breathe. Maybe the sentimentalized to be truly naive. I know some shit about your heroes that you wouldn't believe. I think we're all a bunch of weirdos on a quest to belong. The songs are echolocation of an impregnable fog. That's why it's odd to see a pile of imperfections and flaws. Ascend a pedestal to patronize the rest of the cards in a mess of obnoxious fantasy, posturing and pageantry. I ain't even mad, I'm impressed, shit, it's baffling. God almighty, chopper knife beats out with the piano keys. Play your own dirge on the way to Supercell beach. You fucking dorks ain't a source of the art. You keep me cooler than the corners where you source all your parts. The poker face, all it takes a couple sorted remarks. We let the manicore out, we make the sorcery bark. Life is so unfair, party over here, I'll be over there. Like an infant gazelle, the disillusionment has truly been a anything menacing is a difficult sell. When I whistle and bell around, black knowledge be dressed up like a mom. It's not even compelling melodrama. It's a comedy. Somebody wanna shop you as a soccer. I'm very Rada, fucking dorks ain't the leaders we need. This ain't the medium believers out to weasel and breed. I'm off in coffee with the paupers over tea with the queen. Don't make them show the regency what disobedient means. Heavy load to bear. Party over here, I'll be over there. Warm cider, barn full of spiders, orange moon, starry night, particle exciters, in a pageant rivaled only by the origin of fire. Now at an organism from alternative environs, a dozen pair of cartoon eyes in a thicket to see a neophyte get sliced in a ribbons. I'm here to pick lights off each other and assimilate. Duck a suit, troubleshoot as moody user interface. Chewing sucker proof, who to fully disengage. Florida's only vanishing point away from the picture plane. Go to where the radio trails off and people catch rabies on the way to their mailbox under a sideways rain, cornering the briar, still pull a broadsword from a hoarded synthesizer. Napping a hole in a tree, cat leaving bowls at my feet, talking Master P, memory foam, everything, jettison the rest and roulette us a new trajectory. Spinal tap 11, tapping resin out the evergreen, designated dark horse, headless independently. Sidewalks end with ponds and frog eggs, buried bones and its very own blurry Sasquatch vids. Led like field ants to a hot lens. 8 o'clock kicking cobwebs. Maps won't work here. Ice over bittersweet nightshade. Antlers rise from his migraine. Better die. Life screams. How do you identify? It was them until an all our package. Gemini the century. Eat his own body weight in genocide. Came back a decorated bone. Once more, though he currently stuck in the dog door. Additionally, dogs eat spinal cord. Just a period between pre-born and time period. Peer into the eye of a primordial experience. Borderline warriors in unforgiving wilderness. Borderline ethereal. Noah's Ark grown tone. Add a little up high, down low, too slow. Found the quick is a pain to make. So we gave away his shit and gave him all the slip. Now heads to the city when the wind blows. Fish float belly up, songbirds crash in the windows. Swizzle apple cider vinegar and dish soap. Suicide flies take dips in the kill zone. Still I don't know, it feels weird. I'd rather feed an apple to a deer. I might have something in the walls. Could have been bullshit, could have been cold. Could have been a road, yeah, something more. Had it on the front door, stayed it all alone, like ain't shit. None defied a one-man walled city. Stone-made flesh veins etched in his hands. 88 stands straight, then invasive plants and rain dance on safely. Brace for the Supercell. Mutineer footage for your blooper reel. Who could tell? Pours hot tar from the top of the barn. Necktie on his head, condor on his arm. Dog star in a jar, bordering unsustainable. Mea culpa, maybe I should pray a cope. Systematic Catholic or sigil in a Baphomet unraveling. Either way, his ID show a snake and skull. Always been a private dude who couldn't keep a tally of which lies he told. Who? Diocere shade, change names in his lazy drawl. Soon enough I will estrange you all like it ghost. brother on speakerphone, lurking at the Burgerville. Bathrobe, hammer toes, murder in the curb appeal. Would I be returning or forsaken with the craven and carnivorous vegetation and take them for a steak on this? I don't know, I gotta think about it. Hopefully I don't know, which makes me a bigger coward. Either stomach or the hubris, cash in his 2 cents, loose lips locked up over a true Eucharist, or maybe reappropriate the energy. Hold up, pass it on, between the Hecate. Bullheaded burnout, fled his own pedigree, and never better. Never would have met your heaven anyway. Mary, Mary, go make soup out of bones. Just know when the room go cold, I'm a and deworming, fitted for a curse and a crown of bird circling. Search party falling forward, unthwarted. Meet him at the crossroads, drawn and quartered for a master of puppets outside of his cupboards. Non-dairy creamers, can a last supper, and I runneth over cup full of black tap water. It's a marvel of privacy over pack hunter. Raspberry jelly on his Jesus toast to turn Heather Gray sweats in a Easter clothes with no immediately measurable crime wave. Ice age, Christ's children still skin a cat sideways. I don't pick teams or administer bans. I'm in the creek with a pick and a pan and go forcibly ejected or a voluntary death scene. Tell them what the out of order blinking EMF mean. Ghost. Steps up to the plate, little brother, little league. 87, he was 8. Rookie season for the skinny slugger, newly at a T-ball. Pit against a pitcher with a ripper you could eat off. Church then a grip alone, trying to the same cause and effect, and I just couldn't find me. The same cause.
I see how y'all be trying to front, man. Y'all be fronting, man. Been a bit since Mood died, been a lot more lost and awake. I recall thinking someday someone's gonna say it's all from the same cause and effect, and I just couldn't fathom. Blaming a whole new page on a made-up chain reaction. Each claim individual peaks and pockets, pains in a slew of unique nuances. Not me. When you wake up 8 years non-responsive, it's a lot to process. Gone from a happier jack in the box to a package of clogged up chakras. Oh, shot spot, nothing ever after. Rewanted from the once upon a time ... Once upon a time, he was so much more than a punchline for his own pot shots. I watched the impossible kid. Everything that he touched turns promptly to shit. If I zoom on out, I can finally admit it's all been a blur since Mood got sick. None of the subsequent years stood a chance. Whether it was mom's or his man's, whether it was pops or his girl, I was poison. Heart full of canines, head full of voices. Whole life trying to quiet him down like a suicide king with a knife in his crown. Hounds at bay, but they just won't stay. True friendship in a tugboat way. Ego dark in the face of the fucked when the fucked was a friend. I was basically done hourly forever. My last name, 1,000 vowels fading down a sinkhole to a susurrus. It couldn't just be John Doe or Bingo. My address, a made up language written out in living glyphs, lifted from demonic literature and religious texts. Telephone uncovered by purveyors of the Ouija, then checked against the CBGB women's room graffiti. My socialist Sudoku, my age is obscure. My in case of emergency is in the daisies chasing birds. Employed by trillionaires with perfect teeth and pores. stores and people who open doors for the people who open doors. My medical history is a course at SUNY Buffalo, charlatan psychiatry and troubleshooting undertow. Nervous in the service still, I'm burger meat and purple pills here. Thank you, but call your name, sure you will. Skipped lunch. I'm shrunk. Sitting in a waiting room, you're dreaming of Arcadia, you're feeling like a baby tooth, the waiting panacea, channeling your inner Beowulf in purgatory just before you pay up yourself in the name of health, cold on a conveyor belt, in an ego left alone, no telephone, coming over, gold chains over turtleneck, cigars over 1,000 shitty paintings wrap around a wounded animal, wound with the shoe, but he's a animal, little fuckers fighting, mother hiding in her head. I'm climbing up the stone. That pretty penny turned the prickly into Benji if you save him. I followed her, she fired up and punched the button. She called my name out and pushed me into an oven. The fuck? Shrunk. Instead of playing off the chemistry, she said, you're being difficult. I said, I'm being guarded. You're $250,000 debt. I get more guidance from my barber. Look, I'm not good at this. I grew up in a noogie fest. You built your walls of high or said goodbye to all your cookie puss. Here's one. Every time my telephone buzzes, I see images of hooded riders setting fire to hundreds. She said, when you start getting all expressive and symbolic, it's impossible to actualize an honest diagnostic. I said, when you start getting all exact and algebraic, I'm reminded it's a racket, not a rehabilitation. Okay, agree to disagree as grown-ups from opposing clans. Honoring the I should have called the Scholamance. Oh well. Preservation is a doozy. Will you be needing another appointment? Absolutely. I'm shrunk. Hey, Kirby. What you doing, Kirby? What you doing there? Hey, Kirby. What you doing, Kirby? What you doing there? Hobgoblin, shots of hots rounded. Vaccine queen deemed church socks hostage. 9 weeks awesome, hides in a slipper. Look in her eye like she might be a wizard. Gold met a cat lady in a parking lot. She got the heroes of tomorrow in a cardboard box. And probably hoarding 40 more in the corners of Fort Knox. Swap 20 on the spot and cop the warlock. Back at the haunt, found God in the hamper. Briefs on her head, playing looking with a panther. Good around misery and golden era samplers. Jeopardy and wheel at the heels of her handlers. Back, more than a pet to worship, it's an MD. Recommended sense of purpose here to bat around keys and the means to euphoria. Soon to be held the greatest of all warriors. Hey, Kirby. What you doing, Kirby? Only woke church, I never thought bubble rich with bowls of goldfish. Skittish in a company of stranger danger. Otherwise, chase drawstrings, tails, and lasers in a steel cage match with a maze of cables. Brazen, game face based on a Azazel. Oversized ears up, puke in the meow mix. Shred a pair of earbuds, remedy is cowlick. Thanks, Curbs, looking like a millie. Keep an old man sharp, keep a cold chantilly. Spun plum dizzy in a frisky moment. Never lands on her feet, though I think she's broken. Mouse are in training, nap on the toaster. Decorator cubicle with dogs playing poker. 15 years taking prescriptions, now it shrink like, I don't know, maybe get a kitten. Hey, Kirby, what you doing, Kirby? What you doing there? Hey, Kirby, what you doing, Kirby? What you doing there? Iggy. Bump Biggie to the landlady holler, get a haircut, hippie. The death knell generator, entertain a fresh kill. Breath quell, dressed like a bloated sack of dead cells. Shedding purple tape, purple hawk ape, a single flower through the permafrost. Pick him some and learn I walk in furry pants. War paint, circling a derrilogue. Boar face, devil by his side like a service dog. Schlock purist, watch the block burneth. 1 o'clock profits in the parking lot at Perkins. The perfect politicians, 30 clicks outside of Sturgis. Doggy bag doctors, military deserters who still serving surplus. Can't hold jobs. I look like I'm wearing a ghillie suit, but I'm not. Roll out, ghost to Camus when the pegs might pedal by the police. Tough with 2 F's. Fuck that shit. Look. Can't tell if I'm a little withdrawn or dead dog sent to quote-unquote live on a farm. The Coke bottles tint film noir, tripping out the milk bar. Poison horde, shot a cup, milk in the zip car. 6 arms, 6 hand styles like ships on Scrimshaw. Part Def Jam, part Discord. My wig picker threw me out of a roughest. Had the cold turkey benzo. Summer was awesome. Onion a Benzie, summer was awesome. Got brats on the grill, wormwood in the cauldron. Horse hoof in the dog's mouth, cholera in the well. Make money periodically vomiting on himself. I read Nat Geo, craft and crack geos. Lift 40 hats at a craft depot. Unleaded liar blood pumped through his neck. Came down from the mountain tough with 2 F's. Before a player ever met his Omega, they were effectively reducing his behavior in a data. With plans to build a day, I swear the people grow potatoes and cabbage. Don't make them raise the gate between the betas and a spectacle displaying the nature of strange neighbors. I paint caves till the range campaign tapers. Show a new crop how we used to moonwalk. Out of breath like a 7-day-old balloon dog. I still hang band posters and buy black lights. Decorated like a dorm room at Brandeis. Still pretend I'm gonna build another half pipe. Never mind the christening and pant size, man. Who could have guessed the future of abominable imagery would also share a birthday with Kenny G. Nunn. The 99 cent 2 cents keeps 2 arms folded tight with F's. Yeah, let's do it like that. I pay a guy to lean over steeple fingers and convince me to pay him for his teas and tinctures. The string cheese dinner kids speak cheech wizard, but a guy like Gossamer under number 3 clippers. Free, forged in various pulp channels. Even his proms horse rides a wolf in a battle. Even his blood and body couldn't pick him out a lineup or his name off the paper. It's ace, pronounced Y-us. First learn a high yard, an eye and a mark. Buying nickels for a dime at the park. I learn to rhyme in New York. I learn to breathe underwater. I learn to walk with a ghost. The deed is reeking of silver and chauffeur cemetery funk when home was a bleeding ulcer. Everything you ever stood up for is keeling over. Moon set beautifying cartoon death. Catfish on the farm and tough with 2 F's. Yeah. My spirit animal comes with a pretzel bun. Troll in a treadmill. Record on the Kessel Run allegedly. Edgy from 11Z's to megabucks. Techies with the treble down. This is how we level up. Dead meat, time travel, pressure and disease. As ushered out of 2 fingers pecking at the keys. The coping mechanism in his elemental P's. Went from healthy to unhealthy to a hell he never leaves. Cineplex Jesus. Curse at the curly fries. Mulling over Chuck D. Telling me diversify. I'm at the supercut. Souping up the wardrobe. Forecast looking like an Ash on 4 phones. Hello, 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 hello. Base camp, space camp. Bass in your face, fuck. Brace for the rain dance. Back in the back of the classroom. After a magical nap in a vacuum. Act natural. Whatever that means for you. Whatever that means for you. Whatever that means for you. Super fresh. Before climbing douchebag mountain, I was skatered. I started eating kale and came to terms with my lazy eye. Putting on the yoga lady, cutting off the cable guy. Whistling for your condition to stabilize. Cables everywhere. Everything's a rhyme scratch. Ventilated tires. Heartbeat, the oppression. In the niacin. Iron quiet biomass. Cunabassin privacy expanding in a a simulcast. 40 winks, never the same adventure. Refreshing or to sing alongest exorcism ever. In the end, you gotta wonder if it's even worth the effort. Those stairways into heaven, you can step into the usher. Some people have mistaken my allegiance for a weakness. It fucked me up with the honest. I wish there was a penis. Type of fake is death, then forgetting fake is death. Sure, to be in the crowd of the AVNs like whatever that means for you. Whatever that means for you. Whatever that means for you. Super fresh.
Hey, peace, Aesop. This is Chuck D. Yo, man.
Sometimes I'm diarrhea dark to piety in the palms. Better days than mingle and walk up to the poppy. On my worst I'm supposed to fit me and pretend I'm like a zombie with a promise to his cock. Compromise the lobby. I'm feeling kinda dumb. Too many moving parts. Next core vision is 40% loaders. The kitchen is a chorus of glorious leftovers. The friends you confessed all the dark shit to it. Weaponized the information before we could send roses. You want a little pearl on how we got to where we at. I can't remember where I am. I feel it's probably a trap. Balk with the lawless. Caught in his notes. Walk on when the walls hug his coat. Act natural. Whatever that means for you. Whatever that means for you. Whatever that means for you. Super fresh. Alex up the street cold. Soul bottle. Keep the back inside. Notify your contacts. New Salem. Brave new voodoo. Waver with Chandler in a haven for the woo-woo. I pay for China dinner. The bloody hair, bad code. Bunny ears, dad jokes. Bitch about whichever vixen. Listen. The skin rash, the schism. The million rash decisions. And truth the other capital T. Terrible 2 days. The Judas Plumage to the road improved the prequel to Malaise. If you knew was brewing, blew up in his face. We've been playing the scenario for days with the variables replaced. Loser in the sky with more diamonds than a carpet from the shining. Port Riot, Port Orion. We brought a lot of lightning up. Shook a turkey leg or 10. Maybe we deserve a day of rest. Not to mention Alex said he saw a bobcat. Check the trash can lids. Notify our comrades. I said I'll take first watch. 1 a.m. defend the whole block. Yo, the coyote, summon the ghosts of blown diodes. Open and moving like a luchador with no eye holes. Fried by the pipes froze. Life goes Lovecraft. Christ pose, sitting on invisible hubcaps. Up, cool Alex back. Dazzle patch, tell him maybe less badminton, more Scrabble dash. Less jarts, more rummy cube, whatever. Keep the scallywags wrapped up in a subterfuge. Gussied up, guarded, and wearing the same armor as the night he argued till he dapped his mans up at departures. I could drive into a lake of fire, pay the piper COD, or wear the pot and kettle shop a little toxin equally at least. It's probably more the kid than the kid. Either way, a vital widget in the system is sick. I see his symptoms in the hinges, hit the room all at once. All I could do is plug the roof with my gum. But now I gotta call Alex back. Coyotes in the castle grass. Tell him maybe add more hack and slash. I said I'll take first watch. 1 a.m. defend the whole block. So a third party who was incidentally not Alex seen a black bear catawampus by the college campus. Sooner safety propaganda clamps breeds on leashes. No compost, bird seed out of feeders. Make a lot of noise when you frolic under the ether. Keep a hand on the pepper spray. Sneakers on the detour. They're more scared of you than you them. Although one of us chews limbs and one has 2 chins. So leave a couple messages, vomit a couple dollar bills. Guilty in the window, romanticized in a potter's field. Not sorry, but I never really was a leader. Found money in a speaker, bought lower Manhattan pizza. You meet a few exceedingly forsaken. Sit around a cooler refusing domestication. Then a couple decades pass and you can't even find the wavelength you was on when you was running 1 a.m. By the way, a third party who was incidentally not Alex seen a bear put 1,000 chickens in a pot with carrots. I said I'll take first watch. 1 a.m. defend the whole block.
Vita est morte est vita. Life is death.
Found nothing but the feathers and the skull on a porch like a present with a bow. Dinners in a flat earth, gutted and uncoupled from the patchwork. Buried by a 7-year cherub in the backyard, epitaph and all. Disciple of the cycles and sciences, a birth in a fertilized hyacinth. Life in a vitamins, invited up the cypresses. A testament to moxie and the miracle of lifelessness. It's tricky when you rather rot into the soil as a nutrient than navigate this mortal coil in human skin. Dig? The nuances of putrefying jelly hit the levee when those feathers are a cancer in your bestie. And I pick a ginger gold is fed by a drunken uncle. One from a customer pumping at Sumner blood work. Memorandum ascending, settling any high scores. 40 meters up with the heart of a high dive horse. Ain't no rules on the water tower. 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 Impossible. Impossible. Impossible.
Hold the fuck up. Who is you talking to? Cause ain't nobody talking to you. You can't do a motherfucker.
I told my ex in 97 I was falling on my weapon. Ripped the phone up out the wall. The poet dragged me from my bedroom. An embarrassing ordeal involving hospitals and questions. And the kind of doctors who use words like cognitive and spectrum while explaining why you're selfish to romanticize a ruse and what your unruly roots pulled you that Lucifer by your shoes. I mean, it isn't perfect, but don't misconstrue the purpose. Any urge is indiscernible from community service to the kiddo. Plus, she'd make a beautiful widow, but that's an altruistic ticket to a room with no windows. You think he would have learned back in the 80s when they pulled him out of class over concerns about his safety, but he didn't. It wasn't because he doesn't get the message, more he doesn't judge a man by how honorable his death is on a scale you made up anyway. Half passed out to pasture, whether clapped or batteries in backwards. Ain't no rules on the water tower. 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 Impossible. Impossible. Impossible.
Check this shit out here. Don't be trying to come on for me cause you was not all of that with your fucked up haircut.
I had a pet lizard. He never got an obit. Fed him crickets. It was dead a fucking month before I noticed. An older me would note that whether disposable goldfish or theist, we certainly become the earth as equals in a circle. Unique until the spirit isn't willing, while the flesh is still a staple of a labor force and whistling. It's roadkill evoking emotion his own totem don't. That's a reality you evade or grow to own. Social code broken, a hierarchy to gas back. Black labs over whack dads on the ad mat. Tabby of a parasite, bats of the parish. A civil war becoming of ungovernable atoms. I'm born from the guts of stars and black tar pits. Siren maiden denim, paint the devil under Gorlicks. Crawls out of clawed corp in a huff and puff. Somewhere in between the dust and dust. Ain't no rules on the water tower. 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 Impossible. Impossible. Impossible.
That's impossible.
Spoilers, the non-bond voyage, stock weaponry and soylents and whatever stopped the voices. Colossal paranoia's out to author an abrasive lore about how war paint won't assure you in a painted whore, baby. No ground wires, all jaw froth, mouth-breathing outliers, climb out of mothballs. Rung stones, unsung and alone, known to run up in the unknown. Honey, I'm home. I'll push a bucket of bolts, a sort of death in its wake. I take the hand off a thief, I take the head off a snake. Approach Japan like revolution's just a sentence away. Till then he's documenting cops and watching heaven decay. It's not a gentleman's game, it's a generation race. Accordingly, you'll know the differences between the cozy and the quarantine. Yes, y'all, the crestfallen, careworn, air horn, air horn, air horn, air horn. These awful winds, those grinding gears, this pile of bones, that's why I'm here. Wild frontier. These violent drums, those primal fears, this pool of mud, that's why I'm here. Wild frontier. that's impossible. Body still warm, scavengers already obsessively knocking on his molecules. I'm catatonic, fatting out a rocket fueling ramen, not a dollar. Watching Rocky 2 and Donatello boxers at some hot as hell motel and what's supposed to be a Shangri-La. More akin to angry mobs with anchor tats and mangy dogs and bigot lots. Traded any semblance of consistency to play the odds. Not even a baby doll to change his gauze. Not even a hideaway to hide up in. A side effect of sliding environment to environment. Driving isn't simply when the tires spin. Try again. Departures and arrivals aren't only time and mileage. Try again. A raider break off from the phalanx and never look back. Never cook crack. K thanks. Bye. New York in a rear view, then peel out till they found New York in a windshield. These cursed dogs, those flying spears, this rancid food. That's why I'm here. Wild frontier. These fleeting hopes, those vital prayers, this bag of cash. That's why I'm here. Wild frontier. This was never an effective way to rally insurgents. It really even the occupation of a rational person. When you write about seclusion and some buyers find it tuna, you get frightened. Finding happiness could drive away the movement in a jiffy. Just eat your food and keep the future empty. The fruitions for the viewers and me, the lows are the pity. Plus an underlying message of a greater disconnection. God forbid he try to live or gain momentum. Mender pay his penance. We'd rather see him eat a bowl of mousetrap. Surf 1,000 couches, take a jagged little down the hatch. Chowderheads, I know you love the way the failure flows. I could be your daily downer. His brain left his body and was headed for the door. Find his way into a jar. Nope, fuck it, let him hop around the maze. We can see his windows through the shot of the fades. These turning seas, those quiet sneers. This monster, that's why I'm here. Wild frontier. These creepy friends, those dicey dares. This perfect one, that's why I'm here. Wild frontier. Impossible Kid 429. Just some shit. Three's company, appetite for destruction tea. Chunky monkey bunions, I can feel the cat judging me. Please, I've seen you eat your puke and drink the toilet water, which completely renders your opinion void, you little fucker. Poison puffers hit the reef, hissing through their missing teeth. Pissy like a minotaur with 6 hours in the middle seat. Or middle schoolers protesting the mystery meet and catch your band. Castaways walk into the same light as Carolan. Dagger in his teeth and treat a rapper like a rack-a-lamb. His allergy is middling, his middle finger's plastic man. Dag, they wanna de-radicalize youth, though it sort of undermines the magic of high noon. My right hand writing a diary of the dodgy. I do the wrong thing when all the right people are watching. It's a medley of defiance and outboxing. Born in a storm zone alongside Long Island swamp kids. Get rap, get your crew straight. Get used to the coupe, you get a clue face. Jump into the golden goose chase. Try to relay, try to replay. It tastes like doomsday. More things ripping down the vessels of the ocean. Like the hand of belly rub. Lug into the belt. Alexander, son, chill.